additional comments on that? If not, put that to rest. Financial reports for November 1 through November 30th, 2024.
So moved.
Carolyn, making it go.
Gotta move along.
Food's waiting.
I have a motion, and
I'll second.
thank you, Aaron. All in favor of approving the financial reports as they're presented?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. That's out of the way. Town managers report.
I just have a couple banking items. If you remember, about 5 months ago or 6 months ago, we converted I think 6 of our CDs to high paying. Those expired. They moved us to 1.24, so I called them right away, and we have new ones that have been now established. We're getting them at 4.2, and that's with Blue Ridge, and I'm working with CNF to get our accounts into new CDs there, and need to change over signatories there because I wasn't on everything that I needed to be there. So we have prepared a letter and saying who's on what, and Joey and I will be on all the accounts. Catherine, you and I are on the Park Fund account together. So I'll get that to the bank tomorrow, just for them to be able to allow me to take care of all the finances. So that's really all I have under my report. Questions?
Great. Any questions for Fran?
How's Christy doing?
Christy is doing wonderfully. She couldn't be here tonight. Her kids have a school program tonight that had already been scheduled. So she was a little heartbroken that she couldn't be here. She worked really hard in getting the food and everything prepared today and getting things set up and decorating a little bit. But in just her first few weeks, she's just doing an amazing job, just like she's been here for a while.
Good.
So
Right.
she's asking great questions, and if she doesn't understand something, she asks if we can go over it again. So we should all be very pleased, and I would encourage you to stop in and introduce yourself to her if you haven't met her already. She's doing a good choice.
Good news. Okay, old business. Joey, thank you for heading up the Spirit Festival this year. Well, I mean, in representing the town. Barbara Jean and Alan, and
We give a little report.
that'd be great. I was gonna ask Alan, is there some other folks I should recognize? Sorry, I didn't really.
Handful. Just go, everybody go.
Well, I didn't make it out there. I was in my own business hosting the middle schoolers, but from all accounts, it was a lovely event, and Joey
Yeah,
represented you all there.
Absolutely. It's really, the turnout was really good. It was cold. The sound system's amazing, Alan. The changes that you made on it and things, how you have it set up, worked really well.
Right.
Yeah, and the churches being here was just amazing. The apple cider was delicious, and it was a lot of positive, good feeling, good people speaking. And as I walked through the crowd just to speak to everybody, there was no negative comments whatsoever. Everyone was really pleased and happy with the program and the way the town looked, and really nice.
Yeah, I think everybody had a great time. New county administrators there, got him to speak,
Mm-hmm.
and Sharon Mann sung. It was beautiful.
It was really good.
It was beautiful.
The hot dogs and chili wasn't too bad.
That's right. Can't forget that.
Well, it's chilly, so we had to find something warm.
Very
It
good.
was a good program. Y'all did a good job. Thank you.
It was a big goal.
Very good. Well, let's get to some good news here. In addition to the Spirit Festival, your long-awaited parking lot has taken another step forward. The contract that we purchased and let for the asphalt and the arborist to come in has started. So they're taking out that row of Leland cypress trees there will preserve the American holly bushes that are toward the back of the property. And then this same gentleman will lay the gravel, resit the gravel in the existing gravel lot and extend that over by 15 feet. And then Nick Barak and his paving outfit will come in and pave that and reseal from the bank over the part that you all own, and then stripe it. In the long term, you may need more parking ties. There's a number of them over there that can be repurposed. You may need some shrubbery along the back to prevent a little green barrier for the two houses back there. I think that's appropriate. And there's a small area, if you're familiar with that parking lot, it's like a semicircle curb. Part of the plan is to build that up with asphalt when he lays asphalt, so it's a circle. And Fran and I thought that was appropriate to leave as green space, a potential sign someday, or a planter's garden or something there. So I think the only thing that we haven't covered yet is additional shrubbery along the back, and that shouldn't be too bad. On another good news note, you all approved spending the rest of that money on expanding the playground area, and American Rec is coming on Thursday of this week to start that expansion. So I'll meet them out there. Anybody that's interested, I just get them going. All they really need from us is just final guidance and water, and we have both of those in place. So that should take place. And then the paving of the footpaths over there, I believe will take place at the same time or the next day from the parking lot paving. So, and that's it for old business. Anybody, did I miss anything? All right, now that we got the fun stuff out. Trash disposal. There's an issue that's been percolating here for a little while. You've heard about it at the county level. I'm going to just show my hand. I don't understand what that was or what that was about, but we had a new county administrator, and the outcrop of it, what it means to the town of Montross is that they now want the town of Montross. We have contracted American Hauling. They were the only bidders on our last bidding cycle, and so they would like to treat that contractor as though he was a hauler from somewhere else, and charge him by the weight to dispose of trash in the transfer station down there. What does that mean to us as citizens? That means that it will cost more money, or negotiate something with the county. It's my contention, I don't know how you all feel about it, that we're county citizens, we all pay county tax. You have the right to dispose of your trash at the landfill. I personally don't see a big difference between us as a collective group contracting a third party to haul trash down there and dispose of that, but that's not what the county is seeing right now. So our trash hauler has been hauling our trash to King George because he's charged a less rate than Westmoreland County would charge at the transfer station. I don't think any of that's appropriate, but the bottom line is that we're still paying for that additional fee. And it's not one that we budgeted for, it's not one that was in the contract, and it's certainly not equal to what we may need to charge our citizens. So none of this is particularly good news.
So what is their reasoning? Do they think that they're bringing in trash from somewhere else?
We were told that I hate to, there seemed to be a general distrust of that, yes. Yes. And we have offered some opportunities to I just feel like there's gotta be a way, short of somebody out there with a flashlight inspecting the truck, maybe come up with different weights throughout the year. I mean, your summer weight would probably be heavier and around the holidays and whatnot. And if it was exceeded some mean average for the town of Montross, then maybe there was it would be appropriate for them to charge us more. But up until that point, I don't see it the way that it's being presented to us. So,
Well, I think that this started in August this last year, or actually probably started a little bit before that, when it came to light that I don't believe any of the haulers were paying the per tonnage fee actually they should be paying it to Republic. That's who owns the landfill, I believe, and that's who manages it. And the county was covering all those costs, and I think that's what started to become known and was uncovered, was that none of these haulers were being charged for the amount of trash that they were bringing there. And so when the county figured that out, then in August of this past August, then they started charging the haulers for the amount of tonnage that they bring in. And in our particular case, what we understood that we would be paying additional than what we already pay was an additional $8,000 a month. Right now, we've incurred $5,000 a month by him taking it to King George. And the topic was brought up that there was some mistrust from this particular hauler, that some trash had been found that they dumped that had come out of one of their trucks. Well, I think we've all been in a situation where we've had somebody leave trash in I know people use our dumpster back here all the time. I know Terry has shared people leave trash in his dumpster, so there's nothing to say that the hauler picked it up and brought it from someplace else. It could have been left in any of the numerous dumpsters that we have, and that could have happened.
He assured us that he wasn't doing that,
Yes.
but there could be trash left in the truck when they dump it. Not all of it come out. No, I prefer to see the evidence. I'd prefer to see a piece of paper who did it rather than just saying it happened.
Yeah.
Because the hauler is saying he's not doing that stuff. But
Fran and I sat down with the new county administrator just yesterday, and so I don't really have much to report. I mean, it was surely intended to be a welcome to Westmoreland County, and we're looking forward to working with you. And we spelled this out at great detail in our displeasure with it, and our speaking for myself, I just don't agree with it. I think there's a better path and there's a better solution, but so I would encourage you all, I'm going to give you a price here in a minute, but I would encourage you all to reach out to your Board of Supervisor members and express unless you just agree with it, but I don't see a lot of choices here that's treated as county citizens and a third-party hauler taking it down there, or we get out of the trash business altogether, or we increase our fees for our citizens. I don't know.
Are there any other trash services operating in the county that dump?
We didn't have any. We had one bid, and that's the one that we went with.
Is there anywhere else in the county that any other
Yeah.
county residents have trash service?
I think there are.
all of them have to pay.
All of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them are going to have to pay the fee at the transfer site, which hauls off the trash after it arrives.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So they're being charged the same rate than the county said? People outside of Montross? Is it?
I don't know the answer to that. But well, I still have a different opinion of it. I feel like if you're a county resident and you have if you've paid your taxes and you have the right or the privilege to dispose of your rubbish down there, I don't see what it matters. I think it's more cost effective, less on the roads and everything else, to have a third party collect it all and take it down there once or twice a week. which once a week for residential, I don't know how many times commercially, twice a week, I think.
I mean, I don't know how far we want to go with the conversations in an open meeting. If we're talking about the contract, we may want to go to closed session. There's that other piece of this is the critical piece,
Sure.
you know?
I just, it's time to make everybody aware of it, because we owe money now. We've been disposing trash in King George, and it's, quite frankly, we have the money, but it's not money that was budgeted for that, because we went into the contract under an understanding of what the fees were at the landfill. And I'm sure if the bid for the contract or the contract guidelines were written that they were responsible to pay for that, it would have been at a higher rate. So,
I believe there's more to the story that we probably should share. I'm just not certain that we should share it in an open meeting.
If this would be, if nothing can be done about it and this is spread across for our citizens, do we have an idea of how much this would increase the cost?
We do,
We do?
yeah, a rough estimate.
I don't know that, because I think what has to happen was you would have to sort your estimated weight from your commercial haul or your commercial haul out of that. Whatever tonnage you're being charged $8,000 for, you'd have to sort that out, and that wouldn't, I mean, I don't think it'd be fair to just say, okay, well, there's that many accounts divided evenly, when a commercial would obviously be more expensive than residential.
$7.50 additional per person with a roller, right?
That's
That's rough.
kind of what, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
kind of what he threw out there.
That's what the,
American Hauling.
Okay.
I
And
mean,
then
that kind of came off the
for
top of his
the
head.
dumpsters.
yeah, yesterday the
The
math seemed a
businesses
little
are
higher.
the ones that are gonna really be
Yeah,
hurt.
they're
It's gonna triple their cost, you know?
I mean, as a citizen, I mean, 750 doesn't seem like a whole lot. That's per week, or that's a month, that's a monthly increase? Monthly?
Yes.
Well, when we moved into Montross and we're rehabbing our place, we got regular trash pickups from the town. And if you had other stuff, well, I had a lot of other stuff to take over, they weighed you. And if you were 500 pounds or less, they didn't charge you anything. And if it was more than that, it was, I don't remember what it was maybe $25 or something. And then we also had to use those dumpsters. Bill Jones had dumpsters, and we could use those. And he had a fee for whatever size he was hauling, whether it's full or not. And then they took it obviously to the landfill. But anyway, that's how they handled it in those days. And I don't remember what the town price was at that time. It wasn't much. But if you couldn't get it all in your can, obviously, it was like for a can, you know, you had to pay more.
Well, I don't know if it can be resolved tonight. If you need more information, I felt obligated to make you aware that it's something that's not going away, hasn't gone away. I felt like we had a good meeting with the new county administrator and Donna yesterday. Whether we made any headway or not, I don't know.
We just have to contact them and give her a voice.
I think that would be appropriate. You're tax-paying citizens, and I mean, unless you feel differently about it.
Well, I just feel like we're double paying.
Mhm.
There you go.
I mean, are they gonna lower, county gonna lower our taxes?
It's the same conversation. That's my line of thinking. I don't disagree with Aaron. I'm not sure about, I don't mean to step on anything there, but in doing some math yesterday in that meeting, it could potentially be higher than $7.50, up or closer to $10, just depending on how that breaks out. Is that gonna break some people? Maybe not, but many people on a fixed income, it's a significant increase, almost double from where we're at now. So,
But we still need we're still obligated to what we already owe.
right.
So we have to take care of that.
Obligated to what?
To what we already have incurred, and they haven't been paid that yet.
You know, in order to, like, drive my pickup in there with trash, we had to go to the treasurer's office and get a thing to hang on
I did
you. Me or
that
you,
too.
we got it too. And that'll let you get through the gate.
I think there's an important piece missing here that I think the
I'm
council
not
would see
missing, I'm with Terry on it, I think it's not
the other town.
good.
Yes, I agree with you. Yeah, there's more to the story, and but it doesn't paint any rosier pictures. As a matter of fact, so tonight, we need our bill to bring you up to current is about 24K, 24 and
25 actually.
25K. And so we need to settle our bills with them. This came about a month or two after our contract was signed, and I just don't think that he would have known, or what. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't get out of the contract. We're way off in the contracts, and I agree with Joey, that's a better discussion for the closed session, but I would encourage you all to get involved in the situation and express your feelings, and offer Mr. Taylor an opportunity to look at it. I spoke to him again today, and I know he's looked at it and had some conversations already, so maybe something can be worked out, maybe not. So Fran has recommended this. We have money in the general fund that probably could and should be moved out of there, and her recommendation is to take 125K and move 50 to sanitation, 60 to a surplus reserve, 5,000 to maintenance of town gardens, and 10,000 for building maintenance, where we've already spent probably more than we had allocated for the porch and the door and things like that. And that would give her, that would bring us up to date with the sanitation issue, but you're still gonna keep accruing that additional fee. Again, I think it's most appropriate that the rubbish is dumped here, but I disagree with the amount of money to be charged to do that. It doesn't make a lot of sense to have a hauler and haul it to another county, because that's less expensive, but. So, there you've had it, not pleasant, but. Carolyn, you don't look happy.
I just remember complaints about the last increase.
All right, so, I kind of laid that out for you. Fran's made a recommendation to at least move some money and in that process cover the bill that we've already incurred, and that would leave a little bit more in there, half that much more until this is resolved. So, that at a minimum, I don't see any way around. So,
Is that a motion?
it would be better if somebody else made the motion.
I so move.
Second.
So we've rolled it all together, moving money from the,
If you move 125K from the general fund and divvy it up, 50 for sanitation, 60 for surplus reserves, 5,000 for maintenance of gardens, and 10,000 for building maintenance. That leaves you
so the sanitation's how much?
50K. That's the only one. These other ones are already in the general fund. It's just a line item in there. The sanitation, of course, is a different fund altogether. But as you know, operates kind of steady state. We really only charge a very small fee above our actual cost for administration fees of our trash. It's never intended to accumulate excess money or use that money somewhere else. So there's not a lot of money sitting in that fund waiting for something like this to come up.
One quick question, so it's 5,000 each month additional for the sanitation?
5,000 each month?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we're incurring.
Yes. Okay, sorry.
Well, yeah, I was just trying to make sure I understood
And
that
that's if
correctly.
if it continues to go to King George.
Right, or it could be 7,000 if it doesn't, roughly.
I believe it was 8,000 here.
8,000?
But the motion
Right.
is rolling all this changing over to the item that you just said, right?
Yes.
Can we make the sanitation separate?
Do anything you want.
I just feel like we should make the sanitation separate. Encumbering the money for these other things is a good idea.
So the sanitation is
50.
just 50, not the 60 reserve?
No, the 60 was for a reserve, surplus reserve.
Okay. I'll amend my motion to roll 50,000 into sanitation.
The other accounts, is the building, the bills paid for the door and the deck? Did you need more money in that account for that?
It's probably a little bit over.
Okay, we have a motion to separate that and move 50K into the sanitation fund. I have a motion from Catherine, an amended motion,
Second.
second from Carolyn. Mr. Green,
Aye.
Mr. Hooks,
Aye.
Ms. Whitman,
Aye.
Mr. King,
No.
Mr. Watson,
Aye.
Ms. Carlson.
Aye.
All right.
Now, we're the county seat of Westmoreland, right?
We are.
That should be an expense we can pass on to the county, can't it? Just a thought.
Go for it.
That's what I'm gonna
Okay.
recommend when I talk to my guy.
Fran, what else? You got anything else?
Are we going to vote on the reserve and the grounds in the building?
Did you want to do that tonight, Joey? Or you want
What?
the additional money to encumber surplus maintenance and building maintenance?
That was in the original motion, so
Yeah, but I amended it
You said you wanted to
So
break
it
to
that out.
I
sanitation.
put it in the motion and we should do that, yes.
Okay, entertain a motion to move 60 out of the general fund to surplus reserves, 5 to maintenance gardens, and 10 to building maintenance. I need a motion.
So moved.
Need a second?
I'll second. Gotta pay your bills, isn't
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna do a roll call.
Sometimes.
Discussion?
Yes.
What's the 60,000 for? I see, I thought that was for future months with the sanitation, but it's not. So what is that for?
That's just, there typically is a line item for surplus or reserves for expenses in any of the accounts that kind of go over and above what's allotted for it. I didn't build anything into the general fund because I didn't quite understand what that was for, so there isn't anything built in there.
Okay,
So it would be nice if that existed.
thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, roll call. Ms. Carlson,
Aye.
Mr. Watson,
Aye.
Mr. King,
Aye.
Ms. Whitman,
Aye.
Mr. Hooks,
Aye.
Mr. Green.
Aye.
Okay. That's all the business that I have, all the good news I got for you. Sorry to bring that December meeting.
Christmas lights get announced. Who won?
They haven't judged until
When
tomorrow.
do they judge them?
Thursday.
Oh, good, awesome.
The courthouse looks look, good.
Does look good.
And the tree's gorgeous. I think it has grown enough now
It's
that
come into its own,
yes.
yeah.
It is
I see
beautiful.
additional
They kept
decorations and lights over there.
I love how big it is. I
Uh-huh.
wish it was bigger, you know.
Yeah.
But they deliberately cut it so
Oh, I'm sorry,
nobody
no.
will talk.
It's okay.
Oh,
So can we
Now
have,
it's-
in the
Yeah.
judging, can we put courthouse in the judging too?
Say what?
Can we put courthouse in the judging too?
I feel like it is.
It is, it's always been.
Yeah, I feel like
It's
it
won a
always
couple
has been.
times too.
Yeah.
Did you decorate the courthouse?
Yes. Okay, me, Barb Jean,
Good job, good
uh,
job.
Matthew Ingram, and Barb Jean's husband, yeah.
My follow-on question is, you spend so much time over there, is that a resident you're living in, or is it, should it fall in the commercial category?
Yet, not just yet.
Okay. Did you, we had some, Stanley and Ricky and them coming tonight?
They were all invited.
Okay.
I know Ricky's in Richmond, I believe, and of course Billy Sidner's not well, so.
Okay. Somebody clinking around out there? Well, that's all I have. If no one else has anything to discuss, I will take this opportunity to tell you it's been a pleasure to serve with you all. I wish you well. You have David Smith joining you next month, and as I understand it, you'll still have one vacant seat. If you know somebody or you want to make a recommendation, I do so to Fran. I know there was one that received one or two of the write-in votes, and I did speak to her, and she seemed interested, so follow up and see if you can get a good member to,
What do we have to do to fill a seat beyond this point?
after January, you can appoint them,
Okay.
so.